Have you ever reached a point where life simply feels too heavy to handle? Too many responsibilities, too many thoughts, too much emotional pressure. And no matter how much you try to stay strong, inside you feel overwhelmed. You wake up tired, your mind never fully rests. Even small things start feeling difficult. And sometimes the hardest part is this: life doesn't pause just because you are struggling. People still expect you to function normally, to work, to smile, to keep going, even when internally you feel exhausted. The Bhagavad Gita shows us that even Arjuna reached this point, a warrior, strong, intelligent, capable, and yet on the battlefield he completely broke down emotionally. He puts his weapons down and said, I cannot handle this anymore. And maybe that is an important reminder. Feeling overwhelmed does not mean you're weak. Sometimes it simply means you have been carrying too much for too long. When life feels unmanageable, most people panic and try to fix everything at once: their future, their emotions, their finances, their relationships, their entire life. And in trying to control everything, they mentally collapse even more. But Krishna teaches something powerful. When the mind becomes disturbed, clarity disappears, and without inner steadiness, even small problems start looking impossible. That is why the first step is not always solve everything. Sometimes the first step is simply pause, breathe, slow down internally, and remind yourself one step at a time. Because no life gets rebuilt in one day, no mind heals overnight, and no difficult phase stays permanent forever. The Gita teaches balance during chaos, not emotional surrender, not panic, not hopelessness, but balance. And maybe right now you do not need all the answers immediately. Maybe you only need enough strength to take the next small step, then the next one, then the next. Because slowly the mind settles, clarity returns, and life becomes manageable again. So if life feels too heavy right now, don't measure yourself by how perfectly you're handling everything. Sometimes survival itself is strength, and sometimes the bravest thing a person can do is quietly continue moving forward even while carrying invisible battle.